all of you. I'm recording this session. Okay. So, if you have any questions, you can unmute and talk to me. No problem. Today we are going to start working with the Power BI development related scenarios. We also call it as data analyst position. So data analyst means what? Analyzing data and creating reports. Analyzing data, creating reports. This is part of data analyst, of course, data Power BI development. And coming to next scenario, if I'm discussing like you cannot understand the scenarios, that's why what I'm doing here, I'm going to explain with some scenarios. So data analysis, report creation. So that is the purpose of Power BI tool. Fine. But in Power BI, BI stands for business intelligence, right? Of course, business intelligence means this is part of data warehouse. Okay. So business intelligence is for decision making purpose. What is this decision making? So before going to discuss much about decision making, I want to discuss some scenario here. General business states means status. Generally, profit will be there. In the same way, loss or no profit, no loss, break even point. Okay. So these are the scenarios we have. These are the, we call them as different states of the business. Remember this point, please. Okay. And coming to next scenario. For example, we are working with some organization as Power BI developer. Generally, what happens, they are going to maintain some data source here. So data sources means these are comes under OLTP environments. In the same way, they are going to maintain data warehouse also. Data warehouse means it comes under OLAP environment, online analytical process. What is the difference between OLTP, OLAP? Because we know about databases, for example, SQL Server, Oracle. So these are all databases, right? So what is the purpose of databases? To store data. Data storage. This is the purpose of general databases, even file system also. Okay. So now coming to next scenario. But data sources used to store the data. RDBMS databases or cloud databases, whatever it. Data warehouse is also used to store data. So then what is the difference between data source and data warehouse? See here, what happens, in RDBMS databases, I said OLTP, online transaction process. That means these databases are transactions purpose. To perform transactions in the databases. Wow. So transactions means what? Insert operation. In the same way, update operation, delete operation, or select operation. Means initially we are going to store data, insert. Then if required, you can go for update data. You can delete unwanted data, And finally, you can see what is existing in our database. So these are all the operations can be performed on OLTP databases. Okay, for example, you take banking sector. Suppose you open bank account in some XYZ bank. See, you are going to open bank account means you are going to provide your information to bank, right? Information means what? Data. After that, after opening bank account, you are going to perform different types of transactions. For example, deposits, withdrawals, online transfers. So different types of operations you are going to perform. I mean, we can call them as transactions, right? See, when you are going to perform these transactions, what happens? Data is going to modify in our databases. Your means your bank database. That is OLTP means. So it allows transactions. Transactions means what? Modifications, right? Coming to data warehouse, of course, it is also used to store data only. But coming to OLAP, online analytical process, the only operation you can perform is select statement, data retrieval operation only. You cannot perform other operations, right? So now what is the difference? See, coming to data sources, OLTP environments, these are transaction databases, but these are analytical databases, analysis purpose only, right? So now what is business intelligence? What is the purpose of business intelligence? Decision making purpose. How you can go for decision making? Before that, you have to analyze the data. Then you can go for report creation. Based on report creation, your customer can go for decision making. So in this scenario, what happens? This environment is not suitable for data analysis and report creation, because every second or every millisecond also, right? What happens in OLTP databases? Data is going to modify. That is the problem. When data is modifying frequently, we cannot complete our analysis basically, and we cannot go for even report creation. That's why we need some other environment, that is data warehouse. Okay, now that's why OLAP is separate environment. So the tool you are going to learn, Power BI, is purely comes under data warehouse only, no doubt. Okay, and coming to next scenario. So from the beginning, I'm using some words here like a decision making. What is this decision making? Right. See, for example, you are working with some client, right? Your software engineer means some project will be there, some client will be there, no doubt, right? So they are maintaining some data sources and the databases. They are going to copy data from these data sources to data warehouse environment. So in this data warehouse environment, they are going to perform data analysis and then they can go for report creation. Okay, na? So now by using this report, right? By using this report, client can go for decision making. I said some scenario previously, like for example, this report, for example, sales related report, sales data related report. Okay, na? So generally what happens, when we are working with some smallest business kind of scenarios, less amount of data will be there. Then manual data analysis is also possible sometimes. But coming to IT industry, maximum scenarios we are going to work with the terabyte size of the data. In that case, you cannot go for manual data analysis. So we need something. So some tool or something is required to perform analysis and creating reports. So that is data warehouse tool. Okay, na? So now you are analyzing data, you are creating report. Based on report, client can go for decision making. For example, profit. Report is showing profit. Then how to get more profit? Business is showing loss. What is the reason for loss? And how to bring it to profit? Or else no profit, no loss. Then how to bring it to profit? This type of decision making will be there. But see, if I'm discussing like this, you'll get a lot of confusion. Let's take some example here. Suppose you take some e-cart business. So we have a lot of e-cart sites in the market nowadays, right? Even American market or Indian market, whatever it, right? Worldwide. Let's take simple example, Amazon, right? Millions of the customers, products, employees, sales. So we can expect terabyte size of the data from that site. Okay, na? For example, 2023, some festival. Okay, na? So they have some product. For example, mobile is the product. So they started sales and they're given around 20% off on this product, right? Sale completed. So now sale completed means what happens? They collect some data. This product related, sales related, customer related, employee related data they collect, right? So now generally what happens, they are going to analyze this data. The reason is next year 2024 same festival will come. And if they want to go for same mobile sales, then what are the steps required? That is called decision making. Right here, so they are going to collect complete information, product side, customer side, employee side, sales side, delivery side, different things will be there, right? Okay, na? They collect different types of information, then they start working with the data analysis. And after finishing data analysis, they are going to generate it. They means the software team will be there, IT team will be there with that organization, no doubt. And okay, na? So finally, what happens? They create some report. What this report contains, simply business status of that particular product. What is the product and mobile? Some Samsung or something. Okay, na? So now, suppose profit. So next year, how to get more profit? Right? This year they got profit, right? What are the reasons for that? Maybe like product quality or offer. So this type of analysis. Suppose loss. What is the reason for loss? Product quality, price of the product, or offer related issues. And they're going to review. I mean, they're going to work with customers' reviews also, right? See, millions of the customers, so they cannot read each and every customer review, right? So they will maintain some data for that. So in this business intelligence tool, I mean data warehouse tools, by using data warehouse tools, they are going to analyze that information. Information means what? Data, right? And then they can generate report so that they can go for a decision making. So this is what the purpose of business intelligence, the purpose of data warehouse. Is it clear? Right? And coming to next scenario, now to perform these operations, we have some technology. The technology name is data warehouse. But in this data warehouse, we have a lot of tools in the market. Right? Lot of tools there in the market. But why we are going for this particular tool, Power BI? Because we have MSBI and some other tools also there. Because I don't want to discuss about other tools. I want to discuss about only Microsoft because Power BI is Microsoft. Okay. Even before Power BI, we have like I mean, still it is there in the market. That is MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence, right? And but why we are going for Power BI? And in this entire process, analysis and report creation process, what are the steps we are going to perform? So just brief introduction I'll give today because tomorrow onwards we are going to start with regular scenarios, right guys? So as we discussed in the previous example, generally what happens, we are working with some organization as data analyst or Power BI developer, whatever it. Okay, same and same, no confusion. Okay, so they maintain some data sources. In the same way, here we are working with the Power BI. So Power BI means data warehouse only, no doubt. So here what we are going to do, initially we are going to copy data. What type of task we are going to perform here? Copy data from source to Power BI. See, maximum scenarios, your source will be database like RDBMS database. But sometimes what happens, you're going to extract data, copy data from file system also, right? So you can expect the databases and file system as sources because in this training also, I'm going to show you how to extract data from RDBMS databases and data warehouse databases. In the same way, how to extract data from file system also I'm going to show practically. Okay, right. So coming to next scenario, initially you are going to perform ETL operation. ETL means what? Extraction, transformation, load. See, from source you are going to extract data, then you are going to work with the transform data, and finally you are going to load data into Power BI. This is what ETL means. See, what are the first letters of these words, Andy? ETL. Clear? But extraction is clear. Get data from there. Load is also clear. Load data into Power BI. But what is this transformation? Basically, we feel like transformation means data is going to modify. Because you are all new to this environment. If you have experience, no, nothing like that. But the thing is, when we are entirely new to some environment, we feel like that. See, same thing here also. See, transformation means bring data into required format. Shaping data, S-H-A-P, shape, because you are going to analyze the data. After analysis, you are going to create report. So whatever the data required for the report creation, that data only we are going to keep or we are going to store in Power BI. That's what generally we do. Okay, na? So how to do the task? Shaping data. For that purpose, we are going to use transformations. I'll give you a simple example. Suppose we have some table here. Hey Suresh, why you are talking about the table? Because in RDBMS databases and Power BI, data stores in the form of tables only. Even, okay, file system means it's not table, but sometimes what happens, you're going to copy data from file system also. When you are copying data from file system, ultimately the data is going to store in Power BI. So what format? Basically your source is file system, but when it comes to Power BI environment, the format will be table only. So that is the reason why I'm talking about table now. Okay. For example, here you have some table products. Where is this table? In the source? Suppose you have some column here, sales amount. Now you are going to copy this table from source to Power BI. the plain copy, then there is no issue. Dump, that's all, dump data. But you have some requirement from the client. The requirement is, okay, you are copying this table from source to Power BI, right? But if sales amount is greater than 3,000, then only copy it. Otherwise, don't copy. This is the requirement of the client. So what to do? According to the requirement only you are going to work. You have to work, right? So while copying this table from source to Power BI, you are going to write some condition. Sales amount is greater than 3,000, then copy. Otherwise, don't copy. This is called transformation. It is not going to modify anything in the database, right? What's happening? You're writing some condition. Only condition satisfied data will be copied. That's all, right? So this type of requirements will be there. Okay, so for that you are going to work with transformations. Clear, guys? So coming to next scenario, after finishing these ETL operations, what happens? Whatever the data required for you, I mean data cleansing, we also call it as data cleansing, means shaping data only, because I don't want to use completely terminology related words in the beginning only, because confusion, right? So now just assume that ETL is done. ETL is done means what happens? Whatever the data required for us, that is copied. Done. Next step, you are going to work with the next step. That is, let's do one thing. ETL means what you are doing, major operation under ETL, transformed. Right. So I'll type it as ETL in the bracket to avoid confusions. Done. Then sometimes what happens, you are going to perform calculations and conversions in our BI environment, Power BI. Hey, what are you talking? Why we need calculations? For example, you copied sales amount and previous step we did that only, right? You copied sales amount from source to Power BI, but assume that it is monthly sales amount, right? What type of sales amount? Monthly sales amount. You are going to create some report. In that report, you need annual sales amount. Array, what to do? Because we don't have annual sales amount column. We have only monthly sales amount. Then what to do? In this case, we are going to do some calculation like this: sales amount into 12. Sales amount into 12. Annual sales amount only. Hey, you're going to modify. No, I'm not going to modify data. Just I'm using existing data for report creation purpose. For creating report, I need some calculation. That's what I'm doing here. Whatever the sales amount I copied from the source, by using same sales amount, I'm doing this calculation. I'm not going for my own modifications, right? So this type of calculation, sometimes conversions also we are going to perform. For that purpose, we are using something called as DAX, data analysis expressions. Okay. So initially you are performing ETL transformations, then DAX. Under DAX only what happens, you are going to work with something like relationships between tables. There only we are going to work with some data warehouse terminology, fact dimension tables. You don't worry about that. So the data warehouse terminology related scenarios also I'm going to explain in this class only. Okay, na? Data warehouse concepts. So coming to next step, after finishing these ETL operations and DAX implementation and relationship, before DAX only we go for relationships between tables. That is also clear. So then you are going to create report. That means you are using these operations for data related. So these operations where you are going to perform transformations and DAX and the data whatever you copy from this source to Power BI environment. So these operations are purely related to what? Data. Data related operations. After finishing data related operations, you are going to work with the report creation. Okay. So initially you are not going to create report because you have to analyze the data. You have to transform the data. You have to DAX the data. So then finally you are going to get a required scenario. By using that only you can create report. That's what you are doing. And one more important point here, I started this example with some question why we are working with the Power BI, because we have a lot of tools in the market and you can work with them, right? See, general scenario, what happens, you know, ETL purpose separate tool and analysis purpose separate tool, report creation purpose separate tool. Okay, you are working with separate tools. I'm okay. And what about resources? And resources means software engineers. You are only. You're going to work as software engineers, right? So for different technologies, different tools you are using means generally it requires different resources or multi-knowledge people, multiple skill set people. Then automatically it becomes costliest for the organization or client side, whatever it. Now, what is happening here? So, for doing all these operations, we have one and only tool, that is Power BI from Microsoft. One and only from Microsoft only, because like Power BI, some other tool is also available in the market, no doubt. Okay, so this is the advantage of working with the Power BI. ETL operations, data analysis, of course, and report creation, everything you can do inside Power BI only. Even storage capacity also. See, when I'm talking about databases, no need to discuss much about storage capacity because databases are especially for data storage purpose, right? Databases are especially for data storage purpose. Then why we need to discuss about them? Storage related things. Am I right or not? But Power BI is not a database. What is Power BI? Tell me. Power BI is data warehouse tool. It's pure data warehouse tool. Got my point, right? So even in this Power BI also we are going to store data. That is data warehouse concept. Because of that reason only I started today's class with the difference between data source and data warehouse. So now you got clarity. So in this tool also we can store data because it is data warehouse environment, but it's not database. If it is database, it has to accept transactions, modifications. Okay, so where the data is going to store in Power BI, because it is tool only, every point I'll discuss clearly. Don't worry about that. Okay, and coming to next scenario, one more scenario is also there here. Basically, you know, see, development related operations. We can also call them as building blocks of the Power BI. Nothing and a major activities of the Power BI. Building blocks means what? So here we can say, you know, a Power Query, right? In the same way, Power Pivot and Power View. So these are building blocks. Power Query means what? Copy data and transform data. That's all. Power Pivot means what? DAX, relationship between tables and DAX. Power view means what? Report creation. See that they are different tasks. That's why I told you. You go to some other tools, what happens? For everything you are going to work with separate environment. But here what's happening? Everything is under same environment, same tool. That is Power BI. Right? Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. Everything. Okay, na? And coming to next scenario, the report creation purpose, you are using this Power BI environment. Not only reports, and here we have to discuss some concept, excellent concept, that is called as dashboard. So dashboard means collection of different reports. This is superb concept. See, if you go to car, if you are sitting in the car, you can see dashboard in the car, right? So what dashboard contains in the car? Different what we call things required for you, like different things what we use in the car and inside car. You can keep all of them in the dashboard. So if you open dashboard, everything will be there only. You don't need to search for anything, right? That is dashboard concept. That is for car and oil. Then what about Power BI? Power BI dashboard means collection of the reports. See, for example, you are working with sales data. From the beginning, I'm discussing about sales example only, products example only, right? So you created yearly report, yearly sales report, and quarterly sales report. What is this? Oh, any spell mistakes, please don't mind. Yes. Yearly report, quarterly report, and monthly report. In the same weekly spelling correct, right? If it is wrong, no, please don't mind. This type of reports you created, even daily report also. But every report contains business status. Am I right or not? Sales report means ultimately it contains business status only, no doubt. Suppose you are giving all these reports to your customer, they have to open every report separately. Moreover, client side people are non-technical people. Remember that. If they are technical people, why they recruit software engineers? Am I right or not? So they have to check with every report separately. So time taking, confusion, lot of issues. To avoid this problem, we have excellent concept in Power BI that is called a dashboard. You can collect all these reports in the collect and you can keep them in the same page, and you can collect all visualizations yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, whatever it. Yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily. So you collect all reports and keep them in the same page. It's like a megastar movie. Easily they can go for comparison also. Yearly profit, quarterly profit. How many quarters per year? 4 quarters. Not only for years, for some other also 4 quarters only, right? So like this, what happens? Comparison will be easy. At my point, so they can easily understand the thing, so that they can go for a decision making. So see, you're simplifying requirements. You're giving excellent output to the customer. These are all advantages of working with the Power BI. Okay. And now 2 more questions. Is it suitable for non-technical people? Why not? You're not going to write any code. Tool-based operation, completely tool-based operation. So it is suitable for non-technical people. And the next question is prerequisites. What are the prerequisites there for this tool? SQL queries knowledge and basic SQL queries knowledge is required. That I'm going to cover in this training only. You don't need to attend separate training for SQL. Okay, fine. See, if I want to work with Power BI, I need SQL queries. Okay, let's start with SQL training separately. It's not like that. Whatever the queries required for us, I'm going to discuss those SQL queries also in this training only. Okay, na? Right? I will give you databases for practice purpose. I'll give you queries assignments, and even I'll help you in installation on the database creation of the SQL, Power BI installation, everything I'll help you. I'll take care. You don't worry about that. Okay. So these are the things from my end. So now the next step is just give me 2 minutes, please, all of you. Just 2 minutes. Right now, just actually to drink water, I took break. Now tell me, please, if you have any questions, anybody, because today I finished introduction. Tomorrow I'm going to start working with the desktop tool. I have some students here from SQL and already SQL Ratan, Lekha, right? Sandeep, Sayali, Tabusam. Vijay, I think you attended previous demos, right? Vijay Yadav. Vijay, I cannot hear your voice. We are unable to hear you. Please message. We have message facility here. And Varun, tell me any questions, please.
I just want to know how long is the course?
5 weeks.
5 weeks. So
yeah,
same time, right?
no changes, Andy. Timings no changes, same time. Okay, no?
Okay. So so SQL. So you'll be teaching like apart from.
Actually, the thing is, Andy, SQL we need SQL from SQL we need queries part. Complete SQL is not required. I'll cover that queries part over the weekend. Otherwise, if you have free time tomorrow onwards, 8 to 9 Power BI, right? 9 to 10, I'm going to start SQL queries. If anybody interested, if anybody having free time, I will share SQL class link also. You can also attend the SQL class 9 to 10 India time evening. I mean, after finishing this class. Okay, no?
Oh, okay, done.
I shared that that link also. Don't worry about it. But that is from tomorrow. Only queries part, SQL queries part.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? Yeah. Anybody, any questions, please?
Sir, I have a question. I got study material, but in that study material, only videos are there, not a writable material.
Sayali material I'll share. I'm going to share. Don't worry about that. Okay, no?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question.
Sandeep, tell me.
Sir, I attended demo in last month, but due to some personal reason, I can't join in last month. So
That's why
I am.
like, yeah. No problem. Go ahead.
Sir, today is a new. Today is a new batch, na sir?
Brand new. Okay.
Huh?
New batch.
Okay, that's why because yeah, because last month I am only attending 2 or 3 days. That's
I remember
why.
your name.
Because of personal reason, I can't join last month.
No problem, Sandeep. You can continue this one. And on one more important point, all of you, if you have free time, tomorrow onwards, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., I'm going to start with SQL queries. You can attend that class also in DURGASOFT for Power BI students. SQL also free. But this time we have SQL class 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. India time. So if it is okay for you, then let me know. I'll give you a link in tomorrow's Power BI class. You can attend that class. So okay, na? Right, guys. Okay.
Sir, do we have access to recording classes?
Definitely. Today's class already recording. From today onwards, they will give you. I mean, what we call like enrolled participants. They will give you access immediately. Immediately, they will provide access to Google Drive and okay, na?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, is there any index like what all you are going to teach?
Course
Is there
curriculum.
any
You are asking about course curriculum.
Yes.
We uploaded to Google DurgaSoft website and durgasoft.com. I think go to website. You can see course content there, and even you can download it. Okay, no?
Okay. Perfect.
Right. Any questions?
Sir,
Yeah.
I have one doubt.
Damika, tell me.
Yeah, hi sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Go ahead, please. We have less
So
time
actually,
now.
I would like to know, like, do you have class in the morning time around 6 a.m., right?
Morning 6 o'clock also we started new batch today only. Two batches started today, morning 6 and evening 8.
So I can like log in either morning batch or evening batch. It's all right,
No
yeah?
problem. You enroll for evening batch, you can log in a morning batch. You enroll for morning batch, you can connect to evening batch. No problem. Okay, no?
Okay. What about the SQL training?
SQL
It will be the
9
same
to
time
10
or?
only slot we have for SQL is now 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's all.
All right.
The
Thank you
reason
so
I
much, sir.
see morning 10 to evening 7, my office timings. I don't have much time. Other free slot is not there. That's why I scheduled it 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Any questions, please?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me.
Sir, in this transform, you have said that what is that ETL, sir? I missed that point.
Copying data, transform data, load data. But Power BI, it is ELT also. ELT means you can extract, load, then also after loading you can go for transforming. That also possible. That we are going to start from mostly today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Thursday we are going to start working with the transformations. Okay, no?
Okay.
Right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll get more clarity. Don't worry. Right. Any questions? Anybody, please?
Sir, one more question I just want to ask you. Sorry to disturb.
Please.
So I just want to know. So is there any like a kind of support you'll be assessing if we get any job like
No. Actually, DurgaSoft, they are giving only training.
Okay.
Only training. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Vijay, I did not get any message from you. Vijay Yadav.
Sir, I have a question about SQL server installation. If I want to,
Are you getting any errors, Ali?
no.
Installation, I'll take care. Over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we'll spend on installation. Okay.
Sir, I have a question. If I want to use I already installed another one, but I want to, if I want to use your data like you use in the class online.
That Suresh AdventureWorks, DW, practice databases, whatever we use for SQL queries, I'm going to share them to Power BI also. Okay, no?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, Vijay, continue this time. Continue this training, Vijay. Okay, na? Right.
Hello. Hi, sir.
Babu, tell me.
Sir, I have some questions. So right now, recession is going on. There is no call.
Recession effect is not my Indian market. Recession is like slightly affecting Europe market only, but no, don't worry about that.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I worked SQL, sir, last 1 year back.
Okay.
SQL, sir. Right now, I have to change my domain to Power BI.
See,
So
you
what
already
is the
worked with SQL means it will be really easy for you to work, to learn and work with Power
yeah.
BI because prerequisite is SQL, right? And okay, no?
Yes, yes, okay, okay.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Right.
Hello.
Right. Yeah. Please.
Yeah, Mr. Suresh. Yeah, this is Ganesh here actually. Are we going to continue in the weekend the same time, the 8 to 9 IST?
Not weekends. Weekly 5 sessions, Monday to Friday. Okay, no?
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, no class. But sometimes Saturday or Sunday class will be there. But we will discuss with everyone. If everybody okay with that, then only we'll proceed. Otherwise, we will not. We can. Okay,
All right.
no?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Right. Okay, guys.
Suresh, Kunal here.
Please.
Yeah,
Kunal.
so it's like we are. Yeah, so yeah, so we will be having a training, like, but like while practicing, so after the trainings, and also we'll get the data. Like, we'll need a huge amount of data, right, to practice all those stuff. So
Definitely.
on Power BI, so we'll get those any free sources,
Yeah, that's right. Adventure
or
Works,
you'll be
DW, Microsoft only provided those databases for practice
okay.
purpose. We are going to work with them only. Along with them, we have some other
Okay.
databases. So 3 different databases we are going to practice. Okay, no?
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
You're right, Ronald. Okay, right. I think we are done for today, right? So tomorrow we'll meet same time. Tomorrow I'll work more on introduction part of the Power BI because today I worked more on concepts only. Little bit we discussed about Power BI, but tomorrow I'll discuss more on Power BI. Day after tomorrow we are going to start working with what we call like practical part of the Power BI. Okay, na? Right, guys? Okay then. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.